Haven't made a video in a long time, so I just want to make a quick one now because Trump is bringing up this nonsense credit card cap again. I made a video about this over a year ago. I'm pretty sure at this point had to have been, where it was just, I've been calling this guy socialist since 2016. A lot of us have been because he's a collectivist, right? And it's becoming more and more obvious. Even John Stossel's just outright saying he's a socialist. And right, I mean, this is just a price control. He's done he talking about price floors to combat China. This is another thing that Bernie Sanders supports. So Bernie has praised him on his border policy. Bernie has praised him on taking stake in Intel. Why wouldn't he? He's a socialist, and all other manner of nonsense. But so what this will do, of course, is it will further incentivize people to actually use credit. The credit card companies will act like they don't like this, but the established firms, whether they know this or not, in the end, it's going to incentivize people to use credit more because the price to borrow is artificially lowered by the state, right? So, and this kind of goes along with the extension of the mortgages and everything else, where they're trying to get us on this. Basically, you're in debt constantly. He says what it seems like to me. What do you think? This is, to me, I have no problem calling this socialism, or at least in that vein. Clearly, this is more like the quote leftist type of thought. But it says here, it's funny. It says both parties are supporting it. And it was like, well, of course, they're both corporate fascists. This is a policy to actually push people to use credit. That is what it's going to do, to lower the price. And then on the contrary, of course, people who are deemed too risky, they'll have to go to other like Klarna or something like that if they can, or they just won't be able to get credit cards from the bigger companies that'll just say, well, you're too risky. We can't justify charging you 10%. We have to charge you more. So, yeah, this is just more meddling with the market, though, just a completely socialist outlook, right? And it's funny, his rhetoric is getting ripped off by credit card companies. It just goes to show he has no idea how markets work. But of course he doesn't. I mean, his whole campaign is just a bunch of collectivist trade controls, right? So just wanted to remind everybody again that Trump is definitely a socialist. This is not a free market capitalist policy, obviously. So please stop trying to equate libertarian or free market and Austrian economists with this guy, or like we're somehow close together or whatever. All right, yeah, Trump's a commie.